We have successfully fired a vintage preliminary thanks to Yamakiller's last second save as the 16th player. Um, we're playing, oh, I don't know, some nonsense today. This is a take off my Painter Breach deck where I cut the Painter combo and put in Max Breaches plus Grinding Station combo. Um, Breach, Grinding Station, and any Moxen will eventually mill you into Thassa's Oracle, and you will win the game. Also, a bunch of other things to go with our 4 Emery, which is some deep analysis, Savan's Reclamation, and some other nonsense like that. It's been testing okay. It's a little all in. It dies to Dredge Hate pretty hard, so probably not the best deck, but it is a lot of fun. So we'll try doing this today. Thank you to Cho for the 1 year resub. What a god. Alright. On the play, versus Fanoop, round 1, vintage prelim. We've got double mana rocks, blue mana, Emery Time Walk, which is just a great hand. Emery hits any Moxen. Then on our Time Walk turn, we can play some Welders. Should be really good. My favorite hand has my favorite combo if it had red mana, which is Goblin Welder into Goblin Engineer, bidding Bolas' Citadel. I really enjoy that one. Let's do it. Alright, Fanoop has kept their 7. Hit no Moxen, no Moxen, and the Savine's Reclamation, which is not ideal. Hit all lands, but we'll take the extra turn anyways. A nice draw would be Grinding Station, obviously Ancestral, Lotus, LED, not LED, Lotus Petal would be really good. Lotus Petal would let us play all of our things. Just hitting our red source so that we can Goblin Engineer something into our yard and cast it with Emery would be good as well. That's not bad either. I'll definitely accept a second Emery here as just a mill 4. See what this Emery can hit for us. So we hit Soul Ring, Astrolabe, Reach. No, because we need to activate our Emery this turn. We got to use this Emery to replay so we can have red mana. So we're going to play the only one that we can play, which is this Soul Ring. And with this Soul Ring, we now have 4 mana, so we're still short on Reclamation, but next turn we could cast Reclamation and bring back Breach and try to win the game. That would be pretty lit. So we'll just start with getting a Welder into play, so then we have Welder Engineer next turn. So this is actually pretty solid turn 1. Obviously our miss on the first Emery was a little sad, but having Savine's Reclamation and Breach in our yard already, and like, I think this could work pretty well. Alright, sweet. Nice, opponent probes me so I can F6. You love to see it. So possible next turns include like Reclamationing Breach plus Teferi. There's also just the classic Goblin Engineer for Bolas' Citadel, like I was saying before. We're in really good shape, depending on what opponent decides to do. We could obviously just die if it's PO. Ooh, snow-covered island. I wonder if that means... Uh-oh. Okay, what you got, opponent? So how much mana do we have? We've got 3 blue, 3 colorless, and a rainbow. 7? So we have enough to go for Reclamation for Teferi to start, and then Engineer for Citadel, Welder in the Citadel, and so then they can't do anything because we have a Teferi. That's kind of the littest, if that's a word you can use. It might be the most lit, actually. I think we might win this game as long as the opponent doesn't kill us. I'm excited. I just recently put in the Reclamation. I've been looking for a way to be able to bring back my breaches from the yard, and Wapla and I have been looking at different things. Dance, Hall of Generosity, Savine's Reclamation. I felt like Savine's Reclamation was the most reasonable one. So it certainly looks like PO, but they only had one emerald on turn 1, so I think that decreases the chance that we can die right away. Yeah, I'm definitely looking at leading... If I counted my mana correctly, I'm looking at leading Reclamation for Teferi Breach into Weld Citadel. I could also just, like, Reclamation Teferi Breach, Time Walk. Just, like, cast a value Time Walk from the Breach, and then, like, Citadel on the next turn with full mana. That might even be better. It's, like, definitely possible that that's better. Oh, I have overlooked the fact that Savine's cost white mana and Engineer cost red mana, and I currently only have one rainbow color, so maybe we're going to be Savine's plus Time Walking instead. I do have the option to weld in an Astrolabe to make different colors of mana, so we could always put that to use. We also have... Yeah, what we can do is we can Teferi Breach. No, that's not that good. I was thinking about different ways we could, like... Oh no! Please don't kill me. Looks like we're dead. Wait. Yeah, we should die from this, right? I was baited with the Snowcover Island. It was just DPS turn 1 killing me. So Yogwill, Petal, Ritual... Actually, they don't have a land drop. So that doesn't do it. What is DPS's best play here? Like Necro? Hope I don't kill them? So they tutored for a card and have 3 black, no land drop. Woo! 14 months. Gabo. Wow. Powerful wizard. Thank you. What do they do? They Yogg-Willed. Okay, so now they have Petal, Probe, Ritual. So they have to hit off this Probe, possibly? I think they decided they have to go for it because it looks like we can kill them. I'm not 100% sure if we can die from here, though. They need more mana for Tendrils, more Storm for Tendrils. I guess if they would have hit, like, another Dark Ritual off that Probe, they would be able to go Dark Ritual, Dark Petition, Tendrils, right? So that would work, I think. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. No, that's not enough mana, right? That's still 1 mana short? That would still be 1 mana short of Tendrils. That's why I don't play DPS. Basic math is way too hard. I think we're going to do okay here. I see our turn 2 kill. And we just had to survive their turn 1 kill. Yeah, so this is a different take on the Painter Breach deck we've been playing. It's a lot more all in. It's very susceptible to graveyard hate, unfortunately, but I think it's pretty sweet. It's a little bit more explosive. But it's pretty sweet. It's gonna be fun. Oh, all right, we got to untap. So let's do this. So let's make sure I have this amount of mana that I think I have. I do. I have 7 mana. So what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm going to Reclamation. I guess I don't really need to Reclamation to Fairy. What if I just like Reclamation? Yeah, let's just like Reclamation to Fairy Breach and then Time Walk. Teferi is a defense grid. I decided that Teferi being able to bounce problem permanence is better than being an artifact to Emery and Weld. And then on the next turn, we'll go for a Bolas Citadel combo, I think. I think that's the plan. I also get extra mana from this Teferi. Oh, the Teferi can bounce the Opal, actually. Didn't really change too much. I think I'm all about... Well, I can weld... I can still weld an Astrolabe in if I want to here. I can engineer for a Citadel. And then if my Citadel is a blank, I can still Emery. I don't have enough mana, unfortunately. I don't have enough mana, unfortunately. Oh. Yeah, you're right. I have exactly enough mana. Yes, we should win the game. Good call. Good call. I've only been playing this all day today. Yes, I agree. Let's win the game. I want to do same targets. Save targets. Soul Ring. Untap. Opal. 1, 2, 3. So this takes a little while, unfortunately, but it's not too bad. And then we're going to mill out our deck and cast Thassa. So I apologize that this is going to take a little bit of time, but such is the life. Oh, I forgot to bring back... I could kill with literally anything from this position. Let me just bring back this Black Lotus real quick. I took the painter out of the deck, so we cannot painter here, actually. Oh. It's okay. 3 is a pretty large number. We'll get there eventually. As long as I don't exile my Thassa's Oracle, we're gonna be good here. Which I hope I have not already done. I have not already done. Just figured I should check to save us some pain. I already exiled the Mentor, so we definitely could not do that. There it is. Alright, do not exile it, Justin. Do not exile it. Alright, and now we cast Thassa. And we win! Yay! Good shit. Alright. Savine's Reclamation looked good there. Looked quite good there. Alright, so we're playing against DPS. I have a Trap. I have a Flusterstorm. I don't need a Bolt. I have a Pyroblast. I have Ancient Grudges, which seems slow. I have Crypts, which are not terrible. I don't need to Fairy. It's kind of extra. Is this deck good? I'm gonna go with an early no. Oh, Grinding Station dropped down a little bit. It's like 10 tickets now, so I just bid it and I bought them. It's like way too susceptible to hate, I think. But we'll find out. I think we can go like one less here. I actually don't like Pyroblast versus DPS that much. Yeah, so there's like a really good modern deck, so it's spiked. I don't think I want 3 Crypts. Let's go with 2 Crypts. So the sad story was I saw the modern deck get posted online, and I'm like, yeah, no, that looks like pretty broken. This card's definitely gonna spike. So the night before the spike, when the card was $4, I went online and I bought 4. So then the next day I could like play whatever the fun sweet broken deck was. And then I went to play the fun sweet broken deck on the next day, and I found out that I had in fact bought blasting stations instead of grinding stations. Oh, and then I went to buy it, and they were 20 tickets, and I said, I guess I'm not going to have any fun. So we got 3 mana on this turn when we account for Crypt. We have a counter spell on... we're like a little weak to Duress here, but I think this is fine. Obviously, if we draw an extra mana source and can play Karn on turn 1, that's lit. It's very good against DPS. Not very good, but pretty good. We're getting Duressed? Yes, okay. So I assume opponent will take Pearl or Crypt here. They could also take Karn. Doesn't really leave us with much action. The best thing is if they took our deep analysis. Damn. A lot of DPS. Let's see what opponent decides to do. If I were opponent, so they took the Opal, interesting. So now I can't make red mana. but I think taking a Pearl or a Crypt would have accomplished that. Matt with the 1 year as well. Damn. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. It's 2 1 years tonight. If I don't play nonsense, I will literally never win. We've already determined that, so yes. We've been over this. The minute I play a stock, powerful deck, I'm 100% to lose a tournament. Can never ever win. So, we gotta play the whatever nonsense I've been thinking of. Uh-oh. This looks bad. Demonic Tutor? Ancestral Recall? Cabal Therapy. Okay. Oh, no, not Cast Bolas Citadel. No! No, PO's terrible. The card Paradoxical Outcome is awful. Just a terrible card to have in your deck. I cannot play that deck. It's so bad. Ugh. It's just, the card requires so much stuff to go right for it to work. It's like the biggest win more card of all time. Can't believe I would love that card. So I didn't board in Ancient Grudge at all. And the only thing that really deals with one of these in play is like an active welder. So we're probably dead. But Tinker, great card. PO, great card. I'm not using reverse psychology. Mentor is not Mentor. Mentor's great. PO is unplayable. It's just not a playable deck. So, what can I do? Can I tutor for anything that is remotely reasonable here? So, I can get a Lotus. I can put a Lotus in my yard. I can just go get a grinding station. I'm not gonna be able to activate this engineer, unfortunately, because I won't have a red mana. I probably still want to just go put a Lotus in my yard anyways. And like just hope that they brick more than humanly possible. So Lotus is probably better than a grinding station. PO is unplayable because you need 3 artifacts in play for you to do anything. That is the reason. Alright, well that will kill me. Opponent gets to get rid of top cards of their deck with Necropotent, so they're going to pretty much deterministically kill me there. Maybe not deterministic, but I don't feel like sitting through it. Do I play anything else here? No, if they put a Bolas Citadel in the play, I've already lost, so I don't really think I care. Every card in Vintage shits on PO. Tell me, besides Shops, which is just like a 50% matchup, what is PO favored against? No one will tell me, because I don't know. There's not a single deck that I can think of that PO is favored against. There's not a single deck in Vintage. I don't think PO is actually that favored versus DPS. I think it's a 50-50. PO is like 50-50 versus Shops. I don't think PO is favored versus Jank because people play Jank with tons of hate. Lands is not a real deck. Oh. Dredge is favored versus PO. I think every top deck in Vintage is favored versus PO except for Shops, which is a wash. This hand just doesn't do very much, unfortunately. I basically have to top deck, like, Breach here. Like, all the artifacts I mill here are not going to help me kill them. So, like, I'd have to hit, like, Deep Analysis or, like, Reclamation Breach or, like, Top Deck Breach. Like, I don't think this is where we want to be. Like, if this was another, like, an action card of a different kind, like, if this was a Breach, then I would probably keep this hand. I don't think this is good enough. Well, this hand is... this hand's, like, not very good either. It's, like, one of the big reasons. I mean, I get to always have crypts, but, like, DPS can beat a crypt. I don't think I'd be like, keeping this, like, 3 land, 2 crypt Emery hand. It just doesn't seem very good. Well, yeah, this is our best hand by a large amount, even though it has 2, like, dead cards in it. So, we're going to get rid of this Deep Analysis and this Thassa's Oracle. And we're going to hope that Tinker on turn 2 is good enough. So if, like, we don't get Duress, which would be very lucky. Alright, well, we got Duress. So now we need like an Emery. Oh, fill our yard. Assume we just lose on the next turn here. But I mean, we kept a powerful 5-card hand, and you know, so be it. Breach, unfortunately, does not fill the yard itself, so we need to have a little help. I'm guessing our best possible draw is just obviously Station, seeing Station wins the game on the spot. But we only have 2 stations in the deck. So, just mulligan to Oblivion with nonsensical starting hands. Not much we could do about it. Got Duress on turn 1 in both games 2 and 3. We needed like 1 more Moxen in our opening hand so we could just Tinker, but we didn't have it. So if we hit Lotus, that would put 3 cards in the yard, which is not good enough. Obviously, Ancestral is great. Astrolabe's decent. Emery's good. We don't have that many good draws, to be honest. Especially if we get our, like, Breach Duress or something. I would take, like, Time Walk, as it basically cycles. I would take a Fetch Land is, like, one of our better shitty cards. Are we just dead? Opponent just gonna turn to us with a Duress. We're getting Hardcast Citadel again. This sucks. Yeah, you got a defense grid. So they should have Demonic Yogg. Wait, what does this get? Just gets Necro? I have no idea, Log. We basically have to draw Ancestral. Definitely not cracking my fetch because I have 2 blanks on the bottom. Opponent's just getting Necro here, right? There's nothing else they can really get here. Opponent sure looks like they have a stronger deck than we do. Oh, they're just going for Tinker Citadel. It's like pretty greedy. I didn't keep in anything that deals with Citadel, unfortunately, though. Like I took out Teferi, and I took out. It didn't bring in Grudge, so like if I had an active welder, it's about the only thing I can do. Fortunately, I do not have an active welder because I played turn 1 nothing and got to rest. Oh, what do you know? I found a Dark Petition off the top. And we're dead. We could not beat our opponent's 1 interactive spell. It's really weird that they kept a defense grid. Doesn't really do anything. Sure. Tinker Bolus's Citadel should just not be legal. Yeah, but Fireblast isn't that good versus them. Alright. So, after a nice game 1, we just got promptly destroyed in games 2 and 3. Yeah. It's okay. Get used to Bolus Citadel. You're not getting rid of it.